So welcome to the 48th lecture in linear algebra. In this video lecture we will discuss a very important theorem which says that every n-dimensional vector space over the field F is isomorphic to the space F bar n. We have already discussed the concept of isomorphic in the last video lecture. So let me to prove this theorem. So I will consider V to be any n-dimensional vector space and finally I have to prove it to be isomorphic to the space Fn. Now, since V is a n-dimensional vector space, so let me to take the ordered basis of V. So I have taken the capital V set to be an ordered basis of capital V, right? And now let me to take Fn be the vector space. So what is Fn? We already know what is Fn. That is a vector space of all n tuples, right, of the field F. So whatever the field is, right? Therefore, in the set notation, I can say Fn is a collection of all the n tuples, alpha 1, alpha 2, up till so on to alpha n, where all the alpha is they are coming from the field. So that is the vector space Fn. Now what I have to prove? I have to prove V is isomorphic to Fn. So that is a V is any n-dimensional vector space. So if I have to prove it to be isomorphic, so for this I need to define a T. So for this we define a linear transformation. So we define a map T from V to Fn as follows. So how do I define this map? That is, if I choose any small v coming from capital V, then the small v can be uniquely expressed a linear combination of the elements of B. And why I am saying this? Because we have already defined above that the set capital B is a basis of V, right? So just use this fact. So this implies any small v can be represented in the linear combination, that is alpha 1 v1, alpha 2 v2, plus so on to plus alpha n vn. For some unique scalars, alpha i's coming from the field, right? Now we define T. So we define capital T as follows. That is, T of V is equal to nothing but the, so just see, we are mapping this to Fn. So how I have defined the Fn in this format? So I will define that T of V is nothing but the n tuple, that is alpha 1, alpha 2, up till so on to alpha n, and that is coming from capital Fn. So first of all, the thing which is required to prove is that T is well defined. So this T should be well defined. And how do we prove the well defined? That is, since we know that all the scalars are unique, so since all the alpha i's they are unique for given vector v coming from capital V, so this implies this tuple, that is alpha 1, alpha 2, up till so on to alpha n, is an element of capital Fn for given small v coming to capital V, right? Therefore this implies, what is this? This is nothing but T of V, right? So this is T of V is a unique element of Fn, right, for given V coming from capital V, right? And hence this is T is well defined. Therefore T is well defined. So the map which I have defined above is well defined. Now I have to prove this map to be isomorphic. So that is 1 1 and on 2. So let me to prove first of all that is T is linear, because before proving 1 1 and on 2 in the definition of isomorphic we use the word linear, any linear transformation. So first of all I have to prove, right? So that is the second part, that is T is linear, and already we know that how to prove linearity. That is, if I show that T of alpha x plus beta y is equal to alpha times T of x plus beta times T of y, and that is how we will prove the linearity. For this, let me to consider xy to be any vectors coming from capital V and alpha beta to be any scalars, they are coming from the field that is capital F, right? Since x is coming from V and y is also coming from V, so can I represent this x vector into the linear combination, that is I varying from 1 to n, right? ai's into vi's, right? For some scalars, unique scalars, right, coming from capital F, and y can also be represented into the linear combination, that is bivi, I varying from 1 to n. And for both of this, for some unique scalars ai's and bi's coming from capital F, that is a field. Now, therefore, what will be T of x? So T of x will be mapping to a1, a2 because the map is well defined, an. Similarly, T of y will be b1, b2 up till so on to bn, right? Also, alpha x plus beta y, what is that? Just substitute the value of x. What is x? Summation I running from 1 to n aivi plus beta times, what is the value of y? That is summation I running from 1 to n bivi. So now, can I take alpha to be inside because it is independent of I? So that is a summation I running from 1 to n. So this can be written as alpha ai, fine, plus beta bi multiply with vi, and I have taken the summation to be common. So this implies, what is T of alpha x plus beta y? What it will be? So these are the scalars into vi. So how we have defined any T of x? So that is getting mapped to the scalars in the tuple form. So it will be getting mapped to alpha a1 plus beta b1, comma alpha a2 plus beta b2, comma so on to alpha an plus beta bn, right? So that is by the definition of T. By the definition of T, alpha a1, alpha a2 up till so on to alpha an, and you just add up, that is a beta b1 plus beta b2 up till so on to beta bn, right? So that is how, if you will add, you will get this one, right? Now you can take alpha to be common from this side, so this will be a1 a2 up till so on to an, and in this side if you take beta to be common, this will be b1 b2 up till so on to bn. And what is a1 a2 up till so on to an? That is nothing but T of x, right? So alpha times T of x. And what is this? Beta times what is this? This is nothing but T of y. So you started from T of alpha x plus beta y and you proved it to be equal to alpha times T of x plus beta times T of y. So this implies that my T is a linear transformation. Now in the third step, I will prove that this T is 1, 1. So just apply the definition again. So let x and y be any vectors coming from V such that their images are equal. That is T of x equals to T of y. And we already know what is the value of x and y. So just substitute the value of x and y. So what is x? X is nothing but summation I running from 1 to n aivi, and this is equal to T of y. What is y? Summation I running from 1 to n bivi. Now apply the definition of T. So what is the definition of T? This will get mapped to a1 a2 up till so on to an. This will be equal to b1 comma b2 up till so on to comma bn. And just compare the two tuples. So if you compare the two tuples, so a1 will be equal to b1, a2 will be equal to b2, and so on to an will be equal to bn. And if this thing is true, so this implies the summation I running from 1 to n aivi must be equal to summation I running from 1 to n bivi. And what is this? This is nothing but x equals to y. So you considered the two images to be equal and finally you proved that the elements are also equal. And that is the definition of 1 1. So it implies that T is 1 1. And in the last part, I have to prove that this transformation, linear transformation, is onto. So for onto, you will consider any arbitrary element from Fn. So let alpha 1, alpha 2 up till so on to alpha n be any arbitrary element that is coming from capital Fn. So this implies alpha 1 comma alpha 2 and so on to alpha n, they are the elements of field, so they belong to the field, right? And if I consider V to be any arbitrary element coming from capital V, so this V can be written into the linear combination of the elements of the Vi's, and I will be using these scalars, that is alpha 1 V1. So any element V can be written into the linear combination, that is alpha 1 V1, alpha 2 V2 up till so on to alpha n Vn, for any arbitrary element V coming from capital V, right? Now apply T on both sides. So T of V will be equal to, it will be mapped to alpha 1, alpha 2 up till so on to alpha n by the definition of T of V, right? Therefore, for alpha 1, alpha 2 up till so on to alpha n coming from capital Fn, there exists a V coming from capital V such that T of V equals to alpha 1, alpha 2 up till so on to alpha n, right? So this proves that T is onto. So we have proved T to be linear, 1 1 and onto, and that is nothing but the definition of isomorphic. So can we say that V is isomorphic to capital Fn and hence the result? So I hope this theorem is clear to you now. In case if you have any doubts, you can mention your doubts in the comment section. For more such videos, do subscribe to our YouTube channel and do not forget to press the bell icon. Thank you so much.